right, so thank you again for investing your morning with us, your time with us. I appreciate it. It's always humbling for me to be with all of you. I have to pinch myself on a regular basis as to what a great community we have. I like all of you. There's no one here I wouldn't have over for dinner. That's not an open invitation, but it's not always you can say that when you're in a group of people, you know. So we have another full morning. We've got 10 awards, 4 presenters, and we're going to try to take a break, which you guys requested last year, so we'll do it. And we're going to try to do this all in 4.5 hours. I want to thank Bob and Paul from County College of Morris. Where are you guys? Just stand up and wave. Thank you for being our sponsor this morning. So maybe that's a good rule of thumb this morning. If I say your name or if your name's mentioned, maybe wave so we know who you are, kind of thing. I want to thank David Durr for all your help with this event this year. Without you, these graphics, everything just doesn't happen. Norman Rosenthal, I'd like to thank you for all your IT support. If you're free this afternoon, I could use some more help. Anna Masker from Profit Point, Renee Murray from Renee's Bookkeeping, both wave. Hi, thank you for all your help with bookkeeping throughout the year. Appreciate it. Thank you to all of you that show fellow TAB members some kind of courtesy with your products, whether it be a discount, a faster service, whatever it is. You know, that's kind of what makes this whole thing really work very nicely, is when you guys recognize that it's a fellow TAB member and take care of each other, and I appreciate that. Special thank you to our wonderful facilitators, Ken, Wade, Denise. Without you guys, we're not one of the world's fastest growing franchises, and events like this just don't happen. We have some plans for tremendous growth this year, and we've made some moves. One thing, we've closed our Morristown office and opened 2 others. I don't know how many of you are aware of that. So the one-on-ones, thanks to TAB member and friend Jim Wilson, wave, thank you, are going to be primarily in my office at the Waterview building in Parsippany. Our board meetings and lunch and learns are going to be at Ron Sosa's place, who I don't see here. Right here. Oh, there he is. Hi, Ron. At 330 Changebridge Road. Beautiful, huge training room, just great space, and we're fortunate to have it. So that's where the board meetings, for the most part, will be, and our lunch and learns. We're still one of the fastest growing franchises, and a lot of that is because of your guys' referrals, and I appreciate that. We have a wonderful referral program, which I can talk to you about individually. My personal goal, just to share it with you, is I'd like to see this community at 200 members. We're at 65 today, we're at 50 a year ago, and 35 the year before that. Imagine how strong we could be with 200 members. We'd be like this self-fulfilling thing where, you know, if you needed carpet, we have some. You need this, we have some, whatever it might be, and we could all work together within the family. It'd be kind of nice. My immediate goal for us is we have about 20 seats available that I'd like to fill by the end of January. This is the time of year when people come into TAB, their year's not going so well, and they realize, maybe that TAB thing would have been a good idea. And that's when they tend to come on. The way we onboard new members, just so you know, you introduce them to me, I sit down with them, I meet with them, I flesh out a challenge, and then we invite them to a mock board meeting where they meet with 4 to 6 other prospects that are also interested in trying TAB. And we do this now twice a month to the end of the year, the first and last Friday of the month. And our batting average is pretty good with that. Our successful Lunch and Learn program is certainly going to continue. You guys have done a fantastic job. We've had great Lunch and Learns this year. Thank you for that. It'll still be the second Friday of the month, 12:30 to 2, at the Changebridge address at Montville Executive Suites. We do need someone for November, if anybody's interested and feel that they're an expert on a topic. I have a plan B waiting in the wings, but I'd rather see somebody from here want to take advantage of that. If you're not on a board of mine, please invite me in for a cup of coffee. Let me learn about you and your business, your niche of your market, whatever it might be. I may have a referral for you, or maybe I can help you find a vendor you're looking for. Let's see what synergies there are. But if you're not on one of my boards, I just don't know you as well as I'd like to. So let's have a cup of coffee at least once a year. Another big change for this year is our friendship from Sandler and I, on June 12th, in this room, which expands 4 times, are going to have a trade show. It'll be for TAB members and Sandler members only in the booth. You will be the only ones with the opportunity to exhibit. We're going to offer a 2-hour training class on how to get more value from presenting at trade shows. I believe there's some skills that could be taught. And then we'll invite the surrounding Sandler and TAB communities to come in and walk the show. You can invite anyone you want. We'll use our social media networks and other things. So we'll do our best to promote it. We'll see how that goes, but that should be pretty interesting. So this is the time of year where we should start thinking about KPIs. I'm going to remind our facilitators that at the November board meeting, you will present your KPIs, key performance indicators, that you want to track for next year to your board. And then in December, we put numbers to it. And then that monthly planning guide that we hand out at the beginning of meetings, we can have some meaningful KPIs on there that you've committed to doing something with in front of your board, and they're going to hold you accountable. One of my favorites for all of you in growth mode are interviews. Who here isn't interviewing the way they'd like to be? So there's an opportunity for your board to hold you accountable. Thanks for being honest. All right, so let's get started. We've got a full morning. You guys may remember Carl Gould from last year, the guy who stood on a chair. He's promised not to do that this year. But Carl and I, we're starting another new program called TAF, the Alignment Factor. TAB likes to call things similar to TAB, I guess. And the Alignment Factor is for larger companies. They can bring 10 employees. It's a classroom setting. And Carl has agreed to be the instructor. We're going to start in January, and I wanted you guys to hear about it straight from Carl. So come on up, Carl.
In your packets, there on the right-hand side, there's something that looks like this. It says the Alignment Factor Course Overview. If you would just pull that out for just a second. So how many of you are, you're in your business, you have no employees, you're a solo entrepreneur? Okay, so we have a few. How many are 1 to 9? You have 1 to 9 employees, and how many have 10 and above? Okay, cool. So as Chris said, the original design, I had the pleasure of being behind the curtain a little bit when this program was being designed, and I saw how it could be applied in all three formats. And so we're going to actually create a program that will be useful for all types, regardless of the number of employees that you have. So in your business, what is one of the most one of the most top expenses that you pay each month? Payroll, right? Your people, you know, you have cost of goods, you have other items, but your single highest expense is your payroll, your people. It's also your greatest area of impact. So the Alignment Factor is designed as a program to get everybody on the same page, understand the communication between the organization, between what they would call a direct report and a key decision maker, right? And so this is valuable whether or not you're a solo entrepreneur and you deal with a lot of vendors and you have to create synergy between them, or you have a number of employees. So this program has a lot of benefits, and I'm sure you can imagine that, you know, having all of your employees and your key team on the same page, you know, and working hard and joyfully coming to work every day. But there's a different benefit. That's why I wanted you to take this out. Go to the last page where it's got my biography. Sorry about the picture. So a year ago, this time, that's what I looked like. And then I took the Alignment Factor. All right? It's that good. It's that transformational. All right. So a couple of program notes. Like I said, the course was initially designed for companies with 10 or more employees. But we've added a couple of programs to this. So starting in January, what we're going to do is we're going to run a monthly open forum training. There's 12 modules in this program, and what we're going to do is allow people that have less than 10 employees or are solo entrepreneurs sign into that program. You could take one or more of the modules. So we'll be in touch with you to see if this is interesting to you at all. I'll be here the rest of the morning if you have any additional questions. But I'm really excited about the program, and I'm glad I'm going to get a chance to work with you guys a lot more closely. So thanks again.